Hey, welcome to Estevan TV. I'm at PushGapRadio.com.
PushGapRadio.com. Bridging the gap between old school and new school radio. PushGapRadio.com. It's Dallas, baby.
PushGapRadio.com. Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth.
Live from Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth. PushGap Radio.
Ooh, girl, you can't hear how Dallas, Fort Worth, where this is Jackie.
What up, y'all? This is Jackie
Of Shaka Ford 1 and the main event show.
Something like that.
Shaka Ford 1 and the main event with me, the Queen D, Jackie up. Heard exclusively on PushGap Radio. Giving you 2 scoops.
PushGapRadios.com in Dallas and Fort Worth. Welcome to another edition of Shaka Ford 1 and the main event on PushGapRadios.com. Today, we bring you a video where Jaden Smith, the son of Will and Jada Smith, exposes his father Will for creepy gay parties with Diddy. Now, Will Smith Jr., that's his artist name actually. He was born Willard Carroll on September 25th, 1968. Will Smith is a successful and still prominent American actor who is also known as a rapper and more recently a cinema and a music producer. And as you know, Will Smith's been nominated for several Golden Globes, twice for an Academy Award, and has won 4 Grammys. During the 1980s, Will became somewhat famous as a rapper, with him and DJ Jazzy Jeff. Parents just don't understand. I know you know about that. But that recent and unassertive success allowed him later on to star in the famous TV series The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which catapulted him into worldwide fame. You know, he attained success in the big screen by starring with Men in Black, one of his biggest movies. That came a little while after Fresh Prince. But for the last few years, the subject of his sexuality has caused increasingly more controversy, and it's gained the attention of a larger public. A lot of things have been swirling around about Will Smith, and we come across a video that gets into the allegations, the rumors, the innuendos about Will Smith. Why do so many people think Will Smith is gay? Over the last several years, the American pink press has struck several times by audacious claims over the actor Will Smith's real sexual tendencies. They've been fueled by alleged tensions between him and his wife Jada, who herself has been caught up several times enjoying the company of other celebrities, such as Mark Anthony, back in 2013. At first, these claims appeared in the public scene as quite seismic shock for the general audience. After all, Will and Jada have long been considered a well-established and conventionally grounded American couple, or as conventionally grounded as Hollywood couples can be, you know what I'm saying? They have 2 children, which you're well aware of. Willow and Jaden, who's putting forth these accusations about his dad, you know? So Jaden Smith has been going on his old man. And we're going to take a look at some of the things that Jaden has said about his father. You know, at one point, Jaden was saying he was going to get his tallywhacker cut off, you understand me? But, you know, it is what it is. So right now, we're going to take a look at a video about Will Smith and his son Jaden Smith exposing his dad to creepy gay parties with P. Diddy.
A nigga finna get loose. Huh? A nigga finna get loose. You told me before that you was at a party before that they attended, and you said the party was weird. Tell me about that.
I guess that's what Tupac was talking about, the Illuminati and shit. It's like Vivica Fox was with this big gay man. He was 6'9". They called him, his name 6'9". He had the red hair with a big old booty and shit. Nobody was gay no more. What the f is going on here? It's just a lot of weird dude. You know what I'm saying?
Both bisexual, they do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house screaming to get away from them and their mentorship.
Jaden Smith is taking no prisoners as he exposes the truth behind Will Smith and P. Diddy's rumored sex parties. Well, Jaden's never been the one to shy away from controversy, even when it comes to his own father's rumored sexuality. But the question is, what's really going on behind closed doors? And what does Jaden have to say about the rumors regarding his father being gay? Get ready for a wild ride as Jaden is ready to drop some major bombshells. The Hollywood megastar Will Smith is not a stranger to controversy. Whether it's his personal or professional life, this 4-time Grammy Award-winning actor, film producer, and rapper is always on top of the social media newsfeed. And there's no doubt that celebrities love controversies, both good and bad. There have been several rumors regarding the actor's secret sexuality. Recently, the Aladdin star was accused of dating his male co-star Duane Campbell. Not only that, YouTuber Trisha Paytas also accused Will Smith of sexually manipulating her male dancers. Well, Will being gay is nothing new, as before the late actress Alexis Arquette passed away in 2016, she claimed that Will Smith's ex-wife Cherie Jampino divorced him because she caught Will in bed with another man. According to Daily Mail, Arquette wrote in a since-deleted Facebook post, "When Jada comes out as gay and her beard husband admits his first marriage ended when she walked in on him servicing his sugar daddy, Benny Medina, then I will listen to them."
Now, what you may or may not know is that Will's ex-wife came back later on and said that she did not make that statement. We continue.
I'm with Puff, and he's in exotic bookstores and he's doing shopping. He's taking things off the shelves and stuff like that. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side, and then he picked like quite a few of them down. I'm like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there, and it said butt plugs. Later on that afternoon, this rapper and him, they all in the room together.
Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah, that's what it was called.
Well, very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit. I like that.
You said I like when you do it like that, Daddy.
It seems like Will is not the only gay man we're going to talk about here, as recently rumors about the hip-hop mogul and producers aka Diddy being gay have also been raging. Not only that, Diddy's ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal, said that Puff was often sexually fluid and once took exhibit to a gay club. He also said that he had seen Diddy engage in homosexual acts, saying, "I know that for a fact because I was right there," he said. "Yo, Gene, watch the door and don't let nobody come through." I said, "I'll watch the door," and while I watched the door, he and a man ran out naked, he said emphatically. "I'm telling you what I saw." Even fans now believe that Diddy likes men. One of them tweeted, "Diddy is gay, period, no debate." Do you guys remember the 2022 Academy Awards when Will Smith shockingly went upstage and hit Chris Rock? Well, guess who comes for the rescue at that time? None other than Diddy. He tries to normalize the environment by saying,
Will and Chris, we're gonna solve that like family at the gold party, okay? But right now we're moving on with love. Everybody make some noise.
Looks like Diddy has its eyes on Will at the time, as they both seem to be seen at multiple parties together later on. Well, being gay is still okay according to today's norms, but Will Smith's weirdness with the same sex is totally on another level. Even Adam22 agrees with it, as he said,
Will Smith is a little weird.
"You might not know, but Will has his own creepy way of showing affection to his own son."
Jaden, come on.
Are you okay? Oh my God, this is ridiculous.
Well, Jaden finds this whole affection quite creepy and disgusting. That makes Will's actions more inappropriate. Even fans are calling out Smith over his creepy and weird behavior as a father figure to Jaden. One of them commented, "Doing this in public still doesn't make it not creepy. It's creepy." Another added, "No wonder Jaden became a teenage zombie freak. He was traumatized by his own father." Despite everything, Jaden is just like his father, as rumors of Jaden Smith's gay love life have also been in an uproar for a long time now. The actor and rapper have never publicly commented on his sexual orientation, but he did briefly mention dating Tyler, the Creator, in a 2014 interview.
Tyler, the Creator, is my boyfriend. It's true.
Not long ago, Tyler, the Creator, won the 2019 Grammy in the category of the Best Rapping Album and was overwhelmed with his first Grammy. He gave thanks to his mother and all his fans for being there for him and supporting him. It was an emotional moment for him and his family at the Grammys. Jaden Smith showed his support as well by tweeting, "My boyfriend just won a Grammy."
Now again, at one point, Jaden Smith said he was going to chop off his tallywhacker, you understand me? I don't know how you cut off your little homie, you understand? But it seems that Jaden is openly gay. So why is all the controversy about his dad? Is it the pot calling the kettle black? We continue.
Tyler, the Creator, tweeted in response saying, "Haha, you're a crazy man." Later, Jaden Smith replied, "I told everyone, you can't deny it now." While Jaden has never explicitly stated his sexual orientation, his past comments and actions suggest that he might be bisexual or pansexual. Whatever Jaden's sexuality may be, he has never been afraid to challenge societal norms and expectations. On the other hand, it's quite bizarre to see that Will was quite pissed at the news that his son might be dating a man, but he doesn't have any problem if he does the same thing behind closed doors.
Jada and I are very serious about finding what they are and encouraging them to be what they are, because you can never be happy being what you're not. The greatest gift that I can give my children is the freedom to be who they are.
He is looking quite a hypocrite saying all this, right? During an interview while talking about Jaden's relationships, Will said that he thinks Jaden is stupid because he doesn't know how to keep things secret in his life. All we can say is that when it comes to supporting, Will Smith is not the one. Not only that, Jaden Smith hates how his family is right now and wishes that Tupac could be his dad instead of Will Smith, as he never gives him the support he wanted from him.
A lot has been said about the Smith family overall, with Jada having her little entanglements and whatnot. And they say the claims about Will Smith's sexuality appeared in the public scene as a shock for the general audience. You understand? Now, you remember back some time ago, they said a man who had caught Will Smith's eye was Duane Martin. Now, you remember Duane Martin. He was married to Tisha Campbell. They have 2 children together. They say he's a real estate agent right now. But many of you remember the 57-year-old Duane Martin, who began his career while appearing on numerous television sitcoms before portraying Robert James on the UPN CW sitcom All of Us between 2003-2007, as well as in many films throughout his career, including White Men Can't Jump, Above the Rim, The Inkwell, Woo, and Deliver Us from Evil. He was married to the former Martin and My Wife and Kids star Tisha Campbell for 21 years. They got married August 17th, 1996. Again, they have 2 sons. And Tisha Campbell filed for divorce February of 2018, finalized December of 2020. They were going through a bankruptcy and whatnot. Now, you remember that Lisa Ray had said Duane Martin encouraged her husband to cheat on her. So Duane Martin tried to break up her marriage to former chief minister of the Turks and Caicos, Michael Missick. So Duane Martin got close to Missick with the intent of ruining their marriage. We continue.
He also wished that because he and his mom had what Hollywood called that best connection in the world.
I'm looking at this picture right here of Tupac on the shirt right there, and Tupac asked to marry my mom, and she, for Pac, best friends.
Right. Well, they say marry your best friend, but I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah.
He's like, so am I.
You know.
For Jaden, it might be good if Tupac was there instead of Will, as he didn't understand the relationship between his parents. He even said, "Once I went out into the world and saw how people feel about my parents, I felt pressure. I didn't understand, and I'm still understanding more and more every day, that they're just a staple in the world and they made people feel a type of way that nobody has ever made anyone feel." He added, "So I just didn't understand just how deep-rooted they are in hip-hop as well." On the other hand, Jaden's sister Willow Smith wrote a letter to the deceased rapper when she was 11 years old, begging him to come back so her mommy can be happy. This whole incident was discussed by the social media influencer Kevin Samuels as he read the letter on his podcast.
Women love you around the world, and this is what's going on in your house. Your wife is in love with a dead man. Dear Tupac, I know you are alive someplace. I think my mommy really misses you. Can you please come back? Can you come back so me and my mommy can be happy? I wish you were here. I really do. Tupac got killed in 95, 96? Willow never met Tupac. Why is this little girl writing a letter to Tupac? Why is Will Smith's daughter writing a letter to Tupac? What is being said in that house to get this little girl not writing Santa Claus, not writing the Easter Bunny, writing Tupac?
Now, a lot of you may remember the letter that was written by Willow pertaining to Tupac and wished that he would come back so that he could make her mom happy. Now, Willow wasn't even born when Tupac was alive. But how do you have a dad that's providing for you like Will Smith is, and you got the nerve to sit here and want some other man to come back and make your mom happy? Okay, me, the hell with you. I'd kick all of you to the curb, okay? Let the dead guy come back and make you happy.
Well, now we can see Will Smith's shortcomings as a father and husband as clear as day. And if you don't know, Tupac was an enemy of Diddy, so it might be the reason why Smith likes Diddy. Besides, Diddy supported Biggie, who was the natural enemy of Tupac. That's why Jaden doesn't like Diddy, as he already preferred Tupac over Smith. It's not like only the children favor Tupac, but it looks like Jada also misses her long-lost love, and Smith is not a bit happy about it. While sitting with Oprah Winfrey, Will Smith expressed his raging jealousy that he had towards Jada's connection with the late Tupac Shakur.
Were you ever jealous of the love Jada had for Tupac?
Yeah.
I know
Oh my God, that dude! Let me, and you know, and that was in the early days.
Yeah.
You know, they grew up together, and you know, they loved each other, but they never had that. You know, they never had a sexual relationship. But they had come into that age where now that was a possibility. And then Jada was with me. You know, so you know, Pac had a little thing on that, but she just loved him like he was the image of perfection. But she was with the Fresh Prince. I couldn't handle it, you know. I was the soft rapper from Philly, right. And he was Pac.
Right.
Yeah, no, I was deeply insecure, and just I wasn't man enough to handle that relationship.
Well, goes on to share that he felt an odd happiness when his and Jada's relationship began to progress, as she'd spent less time with Tupac, which he called a twisted kind of victory. He also said, "If she chooses me over Tupac, there was no way I could be a coward. I have rarely felt more validated. I was in a room with Tupac on multiple occasions, but I never spoke to him. The way Jada loved Pac rendered me incapable of being friends with him. I was too immature." Well, if you don't know, Jada and Tupac shared an exceptionally close friendship. The two attended the Baltimore School for the Arts together and quickly became inseparable after connecting over their shared passion for theatrical arts. Despite years of speculation around whether or not there was more to their friendship, both Jada and Tupac confirmed that things between them were platonic.
I really did believe that he was going to be here for the long run.
Right.
And so when I think about it, I still get really mad. I get mad at God. I get mad at him. I get mad at everybody.
Well, we can speculate that she did love Tupac more than her husband, as Smith did feel insecure about his relationship. Maybe that's why he's spending more time with his gay friend Diddy nowadays. But who knows? Seeing the Smiths family's somewhat creepy situation, fans came up with some hilarious reactions on Twitter. One of them tweeted, "At this point, Tupac is the third wheel in Will and Jada's relationship. I'm sure his spirit is wondering when he'll be left alone." Another tweeted, "I miss the days we didn't know anything about Will and Jada other than the fact that they were married and both really pretty."
Do you find that strange at all? List that in the comments, please. How would you feel if your child wrote to a dead guy and their dad was right there in the household taking care of them, you understand? Providing for you, a roof over your head, clothes on your ass, food in your belly. How would you feel about that? Would you say that they were just going through a phase? Or would you be upset about that? I myself would be upset. Again, I'm just that type of person. You don't suck up my damn resources and then sit here and wish for another nigga to come in to your life and do what I'm doing for you when they're not doing it at all right now. How would you feel about that? Again, I'm serious about that. How would you feel about that if you and your significant other and they were still stuck on someone from their past? Someone who's not in their life right now. Someone they grew up with, and, you know, not all relationships are sexual. You can be a cheater emotionally when you talk about things about your relationship with someone else. Put down in the comments, are you okay with your significant other being in love with someone else? Now, there is a difference. The person could have been married to them and died. I would be okay with that. I would visit the gravesite with you. Me. Because you folks had a history together. But how would you feel if they weren't a couple and it was just someone they were pining for? Would that upset you? Would you be okay with that? Me, probably not. Again, if you had been married, had children or whatnot, and had a history, and that other person died, and then, you know, I got with you, and then you were still kind of hurt for them 5 years, 10 years, 20 years later. To me, that's understandable. But Jada and Pac weren't married. Jada and Pac didn't have a relationship. Now, they were saying there was no sex involved. We don't know for sure. How would you feel about that? Okay. That's really odd to me. And I just don't understand it. Now, you heard the part where they were talking about Exhibit. Again, I just don't understand how you're in love with a dead guy that you did not have a relationship with. But I pulled up the video, and this video was 12 years ago when Exhibit, now you remember the rapper Exhibit, Pimp My Ride, and Exhibit was explaining how Diddy took him to a freak party, a gay party, a gay club, to be more specific. And is that all right for Will to be hanging out with Diddy? We're going to get in a little bit about Will confronted Diddy for exposing their gay parties. We're going to break that down. But right now, we're going to get into what Exhibit said about P. Diddy. Is Will gay? Is Diddy gay, do you think? You've heard the rumors, just like the rest of us. And now we want to know what you think. So right now, here's Exhibit explaining how Diddy took him to a gay party.
Yeah, what happened? Nah, I mean, well, as a single man, you know what I'm saying? I have no shame in my game with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I was at the time, and we went to Florida. We got invited to a Puffy party, the New Year's Eve party. Went to the party. You know,
all dudes?
Yeah. Nah, it was actually a good party. You know what I'm saying? It was on South Beach, right?
Right.
So then we go to the house, and then, you know, he invited us to the house because he wanted to go to the club afterwards, right? I was like, okay, cool. So Superhead is with me, you know what I'm saying? Karen is with me, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Superhead.
Yeah. So she takes me, Puffy calls me outside. He's like, hey man, you know that girl you know about the girl you. I was like, yeah, nigga, everybody know, but you know what I'm saying? What's happening? You know, he's like, that's the devil, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what you mean that's the devil?
The devil got a pretty mouth.
Yeah, and I was like, what you mean that's the devil? You know, and then he was like, yeah, man, she videotaped you with fingers in the booty.
That's a new
movie. You know
movie.
what I'm saying? I was
The
like,
devil
what?
sucks
Like,
penis.
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
Rewind. I heard a penis and a finger in the ass story. What?
She said he
So Puffy tells you that
she will videotape you with fingers in the booty. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, what
know
does
what
that
mean?
Confession.
So then I go back in the house and I ask her, what the fuck are you talking about? He said you're a filmer. No, I did ask him. He's just like, whatever. He went off and did his thing. And I was like,
he limping?
He walked away and the nail fell out his boot.
No, I'm gonna clear this shit up because I'm not gonna have my name. I ain't gonna have my name out there crazy like that.
Go ahead.
So then he say. So then she say. I told him what he told me, and she was like, "Oh, she started laughing like a motherfucker." I'll tell you later. So then I was like, "Okay, well, I'm not gonna make a big deal of it, whatever." So then then I guess he's had some prior incident with her that he don't want nobody to know about. You know what I'm saying? So we get into the truck. He said, let's go to this club. So everybody pile in the car. The car is fucking silent. You know what I'm saying? We get to this club, and then we walk in the back way. It's a VIP lounge. Ain't nobody in there. And then, the club is going. It's all jumping. And then I'm sitting there with old girl. So then he's doing his business. We go down and get a drink. We sitting there bopping to the music, and then she point over the corner. It's two dudes kissing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. Then it's girls in the club too, and then she point another direction. It's another dude over there, like butt ass naked dancing. You know what I'm saying?
We take off. Now I ain't gonna let you do Farnsworth Bentley. Now Farnsworth Bentley is my boy. I ain't gonna let you do Farnsworth exhibit. Okay, Farnsworth is happily married, this, that, and the third. But in Hollywood, you never know. You just never know. But Farnsworth, my boy, I don't know. Farnsworth would have been in the nefarious goings on. We continue.
We take off, man. You know what I'm saying? We leave the club directly. I didn't say peace to nobody. I didn't see nobody. Gay. Yeah, it was suspect. A lot of suspect.
The club was
You could chalk it up to being in Miami or whatever.
I've
been in a gang. I've been in a gang of clubs, man.
The club was called.
And I ain't never mistakenly stepped into a club having that kind of activity. You know what I'm saying? So
me neither.
There it is. So we took a cab home back to where I was.
So yeah, that's the goings on from Exhibit about what went on with Diddy, and right now they're saying that Will and Diddy are an item, and they are saying that Will is upset now because the fact that P. Diddy put out there about their gay goings-ons, about the parties and this, that, and the third. Okay. Now, Jaguar Wright, I tend to think Jaguar's a little thrown off sometime, but drunk people, children, and thrown off people tend to tell the truth. She came up and talked about some things that were going on. And we're going to break that down as well. Is Will Smith gay? Is Diddy gay? There's that thing with the Illuminati that you either have to do the gay thing, the sacrifice, or you have to do something in order to maintain that level of celebrity, that level of fame. So now we're going to delve into Jaguar Wright discussing Diddy and the things with Will Smith. They're saying that Will and Jada are wrapped up in the gay life, and that Will is just a beard for Jada. She knows Will Smith's different percolations, and she's upset that she can't discuss it, is what was being said. So now we're going to get into Jaguar Wright explaining about Will Smith and Diddy exposing the gay parties, and Will Smith is upset about
What's
it.
also interesting is that Jaguar Wright recently accused Will and Jada of running something similar to Puffy Flavor Camp in their home, and he claimed that August Alsina isn't the only young man that these two tried to mentor.
They're both bisexual. They do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills, Bashir Gray, left that house screaming. August the only one that stayed, and I guess he was really sick. He needed a dog. But I don't like when these so-called black Hollywood couples want to come in and then they want to sit there and play gatekeeper. Meanwhile, they're abusing and misusing all kinds of young people.
Jaguar also claimed that Will and Jada's kids, Willow and Jaden, must have witnessed all kinds of crazy stuff in their house, which is probably why Jaden wanted to emancipate himself when he was just 16.
And once again, I hate saying these things because their children are dope. But Jaden's kind of MIA. And considering that he emancipated from their household at 16 and refused to come back even to do family interviews. You know?
Yeah.
Willow's just kind of, she's dope. Too much happened in that fucking house. Too much happened in that fucking house. And meanwhile, I go to jail for defending my child, and these don't even get a CPS visit for the kind of they kids see.
And now, on top of all this, rumors are starting to circulate that Will and Diddy are known for throwing huge gay parties where other Hollywood actors who are on the DL can go do whatever they want. Keefe D recently claimed that he actually witnessed one of these events back in the day, and he said the whole thing was so weird it looked like an Illuminati ritual.
Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, you told me before that you was at a party before that they attended and you said the party was weird. Tell me about that.
Okay, this is Boxer. His name Duane. He's from our neighborhood. He was married to Tanisha Arnold. So the broad played Pam on Martin Lawrence. We went to the party with her. I mean, it was matter of fact, it was a set it off party. Jada Pinkett, Vivica Fox, all of them was there. You know what I'm saying? It was just seemed like Puff. Yeah, it's just like a bunch of weird that whole yeah, that's weird, dude. Yeah, bunch of it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no gay basher or nothing. I mean, none of that shit. That shit ain't right. You know what I'm saying? That whole party was weirdoed out. And it was Jaden Pinkett. But
you saying the whole party was weird. What did you see at the party that made it weird? I mean, I'm confused.
I guess it was Illuminati. It's just weird.
So how did Will react to all these allegations about him and Diddy? Well, what's interesting is that Will was scheduled to appear as a surprise performer at the 2023 Grammys. However, Questlove later claimed Will couldn't make it because he was filming Bad Boys 4. But it's kind of strange that Will would agree to perform at the Grammys if he already knew he'd be filming that day. And this is why fans are now speculating that Will decided to pull out of the Grammys because of all these rumors flying around about him and Diddy. Fans are now saying Will probably wants to lay low until the dust settles because he can't risk getting any more negative publicity. Will's first movie after the Oscars slap, Emancipation, was a box office failure. So if he wants to get his career back on track, he has to be really careful. As for fans' opinions on Will and Diddy's alleged gay parties, a lot of people are saying they wouldn't be surprised if these rumors turn out to be true. One fan commented, "All of this is just crazy. I mean, it makes me wonder about a lot of men. Some men have horrible anger issues. Could this be why? I know a guy who had horrible anger issues. He turned out to be gay. So I'm beginning to see how it is now." And another fan added, "When you really think about it, Jada could be acting out because of all the stuff she has seen and knows and can't tell all these years. There are secrets and lies bigger than the ones that have been exposed to us. The stuff we see doesn't compare to what we don't see." But what are your thoughts on this? Do you think rumors about Will and Diddy are true? Let us know in the comments. And if you thought this...
Yeah, the gayness of it all. Yeah, the gayness of it all. Do you think Will Smith is gay? Do you think Jada Pinkett Smith is gay? What about Jaden Smith, the son? Again, he said he wanted to whack off his little soldier. Don't know if he got to that. You understand? To whack it off. I'm not sure. Okay. That leads me to, what's his name, Jenner? When he became a woman, they said that's part of the Illuminati. Do you believe the Illuminati is real? Did he cut his Joe Louis off? Okay. Now again, I just told you about the relationship between Will and Duane Martin. They say, what if two grown married men, Will and Duane, who happen to be good friends, go out and party together and enjoy themselves a little? Is that just a bromance? You might be right in thinking that it's okay for two guys to just hang out and be friends. However, they've been repeatedly spotted dining together. They've gone on private cruises around Trinidad. And they've been to art openings in Miami, and they've even met in Vegas. All this is the short space of 4 months. Is it a bromance? It was said that Will Smith paid for or bought Duane Martin a house, but what it seemed like was Duane Martin had reneged on his payments for the house, and Will jumped in and helped him out. Whether the claims are true or not, what seems to be clear is their relationship, legitimate or not, seems not to be doing any good to Will and Jada's marriage. A marriage, let's not forget, that's gone through several tensions during the last few years. Again, the entanglement with old boy, the youngster, that you heard Jaguar speak about. Will appears to be showing off the friendship in front of Jada, lavishly going out on expensive tours and journeys and attending exotic parties as if he wanted to demonstrate his young spirit and his will to party on. With or without Jada. So is Will Smith gay? Do you think Will Smith is gay? I'm just putting it out here. You can put in the comments. What do you think? So a lot of undercover gays in the hip-hop industry. What do you think about Will Smith making that movie, 6 Degrees of Separation? He said he didn't want to do it because he was concerned about what his people would think back in Philly. And when people saw it back in the day, they were disgusted. But they say Will Smith could just be a man who's realizing he's getting old and his party days will soon be over. Could you be a part of something like that? Do you think Will's just bisexual? Or do you think he's just using Jada to cover up his own nefarious affairs? Don't know if you remembered it. The rapper DMX had an interview where he described P. Diddy's parties to be infamous with rent boys, as they call them. You just heard Exhibit telling him about Diddy's parties and Diddy taking him to a gay club. 50 Cent been calling Diddy gay for years. As you just saw, Jaden Smith admitted he was gay, and this was back in November of 2018 when he claimed Tyler, the Creator, was his boyfriend. On stage, Lil Jaden, as you just saw, surprised fans at the 6th annual Camp Flog Gnaw Festival in LA, where he claimed that the rapper was his boyfriend. But how could your son be calling you out for being gay when he himself is just advised to the world that he himself is gay? Let us know what you think. Put it in the comments, and we will read your results on next week. Pray until something happens. God always provides. At PushGapRadios.com, the power is in the name. Never average, never mediocre. Online, on point, and on the money. My mother thanks you. My father thanks you. Jackie O thanks you. And most of all, I thank you as well. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know what you think about Will Smith and his family, about Will Smith and P. Diddy, about the nefarious goings-ons. What was the guy named Epstein over there that had the little camp going on? They say Oprah Winfrey started her girls' school in Africa so she could funnel young girls to Epstein's island over there. You know, it's a whole lot of folk that was on the list. Now, they say Epstein killed himself in prison. Question, how come we never saw a funeral for Epstein? Do you think these things were going on? Do you think Oprah is a part of it? Though that's not the topic of discussion. The topic of discussion is Will Smith. But do you think that celebrities at a certain level have to sacrifice something to get a shoe deal, a perfume deal, a television show? You've heard the stories pertaining to the Illuminati. You have to give a sacrifice. You have to do something ratchet sexually. They're going to record it to hold it over you. Hit us in the comments. Let us know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it. Hit the like button. That helps the algorithm. Subscribing is a very small thing to you, very big thing to us. We're trying to build the channel. Thank you to Cherie, who kicked in and told me I was talking too much on the videos. I was stopping the video too much. Jackie O had told me the same thing. But again, this is a new format for us, and I'm trying to find my way. Shaka 401 in the main event with Jackie O on the bangingest thing on your urban internet radio dial. We were #1 in podcasting. We've got away from that. We got a call from KSON Radio in Mountain View, California on last week. They want us to get back into podcasting because they syndicated our show. Haven't been with them in almost a year. But we were #1 in podcasting. So now we're trying to do the same thing on YouTube. We've dumped podcasting and we've totally converted to the YouTube channel. Again, your likes, your subscription, all that helps us out and is greatly appreciated. We don't downplay you putting forth the effort to subscribe to us, to comment, or to hit the likes. And we thank each and every one of you. If you would like to support this program, we'd like to thank the people that have been hitting us up on Cash App. Like Richard Pryor said, we thank you for the twos and fews, because all of that helps us to keep moving the show. Shaka 401 in the main event with Jackie O on PushGapRadios.com. Happy Valentine's Day. Dallas, baby. And we're out.
Pray until something happens. God always provides. At PushGapRadio.com, the power is in the name.
PushGapRadio.com.
We finna take over this town like street sweepers.
Don't knock the hustle, baby. Never average, never mediocre. We're online, on point, and on the money. Shaka 401 in the main event only on PushGapRadio.com.
PushGapRadio.com. It's Dallas, baby.
PushGapRadio.com. We want to be your official Dallas internet station.